Hijazi's here.
Wow, the crossover episode.
Yeah.
This feels weird.
I know.
But it also feels like normal.
Yeah, it feels normal now. It would have felt weird from the beginning. Now it feels good.
No, now it feels normal. And it's nice finally getting to sit back with you behind some mics.
Exactly, because we sit next to each other all day, every day.
Did you fix the curtain behind you? We're trying to look professional here.
Yeah. Oh, like this is going to fucking do anything. I think this is going to intensify the quality of this podcast.
I think so. Aren't you guys getting a new set for Unfiltered?
Yeah, we are, and it's a fucking bitch. I
Sounds
don't want
a little
to get too much into it. Yeah, it's so stressful. I don't want to get into it, but it's just a lot of last minute things because normally it takes like a month to get a set, but we're trying to get this done in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So it's, obviously it's not their fault. We're making them do this really quick, but we're kind of like, hey, if we want to work together, you have to get this done at a certain time because we can't wait another week because we're already missing 2 episodes. Yikes. We're only supposed to take a week break, but now we're taking 2 weeks.
Right.
And they still might not think they'll be done.
Is it at Heath's house?
It's at Heath's house.
Okay.
It's in that room that we had the podcast.
Oh, so it's the same room. You're just redoing the set.
Yeah.
Is it still going to have like the charm of the first one? It's just going to be like laid out differently.
Yeah.
Is the couch still going to be there?
Well, I'm not going to give too much detail.
Well, I want to know.
It's a surprise.
I missed it.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Well, I look forward to it. And you were just getting a massage.
Chiropractor. Well, I don't consider that a massage because a massage is nice.
It's like a deep tissue massage.
It's like a deep tissue torture chamber session.
Can I say, Zane, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Zane has been on top of his fitness game more than I've ever seen him in his entire life.
It's been awful. I'm miserable. Like I can't eat anything that I like to eat. Like I used to eat what I like to eat every fucking day. Like from morning to night, I just eat whatever I want. Like you eat whatever you want during the day.
Mostly, yeah.
Every day. Every day. You'll walk in with like at 12 p.m. on a Wednesday with McDonald's. And I'm just like, Matt, what are you doing? And Matt always goes, well, Zane, you see, I can eat it.
I have a faster metabolism.
I have a faster metabolism than you.
But I don't
can
eat
eat
McDonald's every day.
No, I'm saying you can eat whatever you want to the point where you can I'll catch you eating McDonald's on a Monday.
Yeah, maybe.
In the middle of the day.
But you it's like kind of the witching hours.
Yeah.
Like Zane just late at night, it's suddenly like, oh, I just need a little something.
Yeah.
But you've changed your snacks, right? Like last time I was here, you had the new Atkins protein bar, which was really tasty.
So good. It tastes like a fucking Snickers bar.
Or it's like it tastes like a Payday too.
Yeah,
I've never had a Payday.
Like a Take 5.
I don't even think I've had a Payday either, but I think it's this similar type of consistency.
Yeah, it's like
very
the
nutty
nuts
and the caramel.
Yeah.
No, that's a good snack.
It just has
to
the
have.
consistency of like a chocolate bar.
Right.
So like it makes me feel good when I eat it.
And you're working out every day
Every day.
with a trainer.
Yeah, with 2 trainers.
Damn.
I work out with 2 trainers. And not because I'm like, I want to work out more. It's just one trainer. I've been with one trainer for a long time, so I don't want to leave him. And then I have another trainer who's Todd's friend from high school. He's really good. And so I want to work with both.
Does one specialize in like one type of your fitness versus the other?
No. Well, they specialize in everything, but I normally do like weights and arms and chest and all that with one, and then I'll do all cardio with another one.
Okay.
So, but there's times where I'll do both in one day, and I'm just dying. I'm dead.
Did you do sports when you were younger?
When I was little, when I was like
Pop Warner?
school, like playing soccer, but like I was the worst.
What game?
Pop Warner. Is that not a national thing?
What's
Pop Warner?
Pop Warner?
Oh, I thought that's like Pee Wee Sports. Like that's like the name for it.
Oh, really? That's like the league?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I never played it, but like that's always what you heard about growing up.
I
Like,
just like it's the Pee Wee baseball.
Oh, they had another word for it. When I played soccer, it was
maybe it's a New Jersey thing. I don't know.
like Lil Pals or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah, I guess they branded it
Lil
differently.
Pal soccer. I don't know. It was something like that, but it was for young kids.
What was your team name?
I don't fucking know. The team name changed every year.
I was on the Eagles for soccer, and then
Yeah.
I was on the Diamondbacks for baseball, and then the Devil Rays another year.
But I didn't play for my high school. I played for like the side, like the park, like the fuck. That's important. The like
Do you
the park.
Do you want to get it?
Yeah, you can take the
It's
call.
not live. You
I
can
have
take the
to.
phone call.
Hello. Okay.
And we're back. You also just try to talk more into them. They're not
Yes.
super sensitive,
Sorry.
but no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I thought you knew these kind of things.
Yeah. Is this your first time on a podcast?
I saw you guys like talking like over here, so I was like, oh, I think I can talk far away too.
Well, we'll see how it comes out sounding. I think it'll be fine. But
We'll
just
be good.
we try and
Okay. All right.
clip-
I'll be
yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
right here.
yeah, like
and I'm
you-
like tired, so I can put my arms down a little bit. And
Yeah, like
rest.
pretend you're on NPR telling a story.
Do you remember like the first times when we were doing Unfiltered? We originally had you guys like mic'd up, like wireless.
mics?
Yes, like
Dude,
lav
it was a
mics.
fucking disaster.
Like they
You
were
just heard the like every time you moved your shirt.
Yeah, but like we just like in our because obviously we've never done podcasts before. We have no idea how it works, like set and everything, lighting. So we just thought everybody used lav mics for podcasts. So we were just like, how the fuck do these people do it? Like it's not working. And Heath and Mariah were just reading instruction manuals after instruction manuals on how to fucking work these things. And it was not going. And like at this point, we were all like, we were about to give up. We are like, maybe this isn't for us. And then one day we just bought like the handheld mics, plugged it in, crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Yeah, these things are great.
It's like it doesn't make sense why people use lav mics.
But you guys
they're
hold
so
the
Yeah,
mics
and
on.
that's-
You go like this on Unfiltered, right?
And that must be
Yeah.
nice because you have like kind of something to do with your hands.
Yeah, I like having something in my hand, like
Right.
all the time, because I don't know. It's just I want to move around and shit because I don't like to stand in one spot like this.
Yeah, you got a lot of energy.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to hold this because I can't like.
Oh yeah, I've never really thought about that. Though
Yeah.
I don't feel like we could do that.
I'm gonna take this off.
Oh wow.
Oh, we're
okay.
going-
I'm just gonna
You just slide it up toward you. Yeah. Oh,
Obviously,
we're off the rails now, ladies and gentlemen.
makes sense. Oh,
Wow.
okay.
You look like you're about to give a
Here we just
a sermon or a sales pitch on anything.
Have you ever heard me try to sell something before?
Yeah.
Really bad. I'm not a good salesman.
No,
Salesperson.
I know one thing that I don't miss about being unfiltered was like sitting there through your ad reads.
Oh yeah, it's gotten a lot easier now because now we just read off the monitor, off the screen.
Oh, you guys got teleprompters.
Teleprompters.
Well,
yeah.
Damn.
they've always had a screen like right there, but
Yeah, and normally that's how podcasts do it. But like in the beginning, we wanted to do more of like a natural feel, but like it took forever because we'd have to memorize everything. And, like, and now we just like, I mean, we understand what we're saying and it sounds much better, but like it really helps that it's right there.
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
able to just get everything and not miss anything.
What was your last full-time job that you had?
Full time.
but before the internet stuff.
Fuck, I wouldn't even say the Mexican restaurant I worked at was a clock in. It was run so poorly. But like I would say that was like the last. That you know what? That wasn't even full time. I've never had a full time job.
Always
It was
part-time
always
stuff.
Always
part time.
part-time stuff.
Always part time.
I used to work at a Mexican restaurant, Uncle Julio's. What was like
Really?
Tex-Mex?
Mine was Mex Cafe
Mex Cafe
In
Uh-huh.
Florida or out here?
in Florida.
Oh,
Out
okay.
here, Mike. Out here.
I don't know. Maybe you moved here and had to get a job for the first.
I moved. You know this. I moved out here. I moved out here when we were making vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if you were supporting yourself full time.
If we weren't making enough money to sustain ourselves,
You
we would have
wouldn't
stayed
have
in
done it.
Florida.
Right, no.
We would've
You
just
wouldn't
stayed
have
in
risked
Florida.
it, yeah.
That's a huge risk.
Were you a good waiter or a bad waiter?
Bad, very bad, very bad. I wasn't even waiting. I was the busser, and I was bad at it because, I was the runner. Sorry, the runner. Who,
Okay,
like,
yeah, just
you
like brought out the food.
Brought out the food, but I'd fucking drop
Oh.
plates all the time.
I dropped an entire Coke on a baby one time. And the
It's
mom
like those
was like,
videos on TikTok when like people
Yes.
drop whole drinks on like
Oh.
newborns.
And the mom just snapped at me. Like the mom was just like, tending to her baby, was trying to have a good day. And then she's like, oh, thank God the food's here. And then she's like, you gotta be kidding me. Just snapped. I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. And she was like angry, but then she was like suddenly really cool with me.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, trust me, I used to have this job. You're good, baby. And I was like,
Oh, that's good.
You were just yelling at me though. Oh, one
It was
time.
just an instant. It was like her baby just got hurt, probably
Yes.
crying.
You have to
Right.
react.
Hurt by the acid in the Coke. And probably burning.
One time though, when I was a waiter at the Tex-Mex restaurant Uncle Julio's, you had to memorize the menu. You have to memorize all of the tequilas, all of the different types of drinks.
When you're a waiter.
When you're
Yeah,
a waiter,
got
I
it.
was a waiter.
So it's like I don't remember anything from.
No, I don't. No, I didn't do that.
Which I'm always surprised how anybody gets a job at the Cheesecake Factory because that menu is
It's a novel.
it's extensive.
Yeah, but like
It's-
the
you
thing
probably-
is that they don't change it up all the time. It's like it's pretty like I pretty much know the Cheesecake Factory at this point menu because everything's the same.
it's a Bible.
I
It's-
know, but it's very easy to kind of to memorize that menu though because it's like
But no, it's like all different types of cuisines all around the world.
I know,
It's
but
like,
it's so specific each one. So I feel like it's.
I bet you could convince someone at the Cheesecake Factory that something's on the menu and it's not even on the menu. But anyways, I had to memorize all of these different types of tequilas on top of all of the menus.
Yeah.
And I was going around asking people what they wanted to drink. Someone was said, I want a water. Someone was like,
You want me to get you one? I can get you a full one if you want.
No, it's fine.
we're just drinking your Trulies though.
Yeah, my truly.
I was waiting for you to realize that I'm offering you one of your own drinks.
It's Friday. It's past 3 p.m.
Is it there? Do you have a stack
No,
there?
I'll go grab it.
You can go grab it.
So-
So back to what I was saying.
Yes. Zane?
You
Hair and
look
makeup
good.
approved?
Back. Hold on, what was that line? Never mind. I was trying to remember the line from the VMAs, and Nicki Minaj was like, "Back to the girl that had a lot of shit to say on the press." What
Oh
was
yeah,
that?
I had a lot of shit to say about me to the press. Miley was good.
Miley was, it just reminded me of that. Sorry, I really had to get that out of there.
So I'm working at the restaurant. I'm asking people for their orders. This is my first day on the job. I spent like all night memorizing all the different types of tequilas. And I'm going around asking people what they want to drink. Someone's like, I want a water. Someone says, I want a tea. The next person says, I want a tea also. And I'm like, okay, got it. I go back to the machine where you type in all the orders, and I'm like, water, tea, and then I'm like, tea also. And I'm going through all of the tequilas, and I'm like, what the hell is a tea also? What drink is a tea also? And I have to ask the manager, I'm like, can you come over here? I'm like, this person wanted a tea also. And they're like, what? And I go, a tea also, like that's a tequila, it's like a drink we have, right? And he goes, I think they just wanted a tea also. And I was like, oh, okay.
That was your first day on the job?
Yes, first day on the job.
Did you keep that job?
No, I then got fired because I answered my phone one time before the restaurant had opened.
Or was it because you asked for a tea also?
No,
Because I probably would have fired you too.
I was rolling up the silverware, and I got a phone call from another job I had asking where I was because they thought I was supposed to be there, and I answered the phone call, and someone reported me, and I got fired. And the way he fired me, he just kind of like, he didn't even like fire me. He just asked me a lot of questions and made me kind of fire myself. Like
How
he was
did
like,
he do
he goes, so
that?
what happened yesterday? And I'm like, oh, I answered a phone call. He goes, do you think you should answer the phone call during when you're clocked in?
This was like at the restaurant. Where'd
Yes.
you answer it? Like, where were you when you answered this phone call?
On the floor of the restaurant, but the restaurant hadn't opened. We were just, prepping all the salt and pepper, rolling
there was
all
no
the
customers
silverware.
inside.
Nobody was in there.
No,
No.
nobody was in there. But I answered a phone call. And so what he did was he asked me, so you answered a phone call. Do you think you should have answered that phone call? He goes, now do you think that you should still work here? And I was like, well, he goes, do you think this is a right fit for you? And just kept asking me those types of questions.
that's awful.
And eventually just got me to a point where I was like, okay, so I guess I shouldn't work here. And he goes, I think that's right.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
bad.
Dude, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh my God, there wasn't even anybody in there. Like the
Yeah.
whole point of not having your phone out like that is because
There's customers.
There's customers.
but
That's
I'm
like the
still
whole point.
technically clocked in.
Yeah,
We're
but
there
you
for,
can
like,
answer the phone 30 minutes before the place.
Was that your first offense in this
Well,
restaurant?
tea also was a.
Oh, no. At least you got paid, because when at my restaurant I would. So I was making $5 an hour, $5 an hour. Which, you know what? Like I'm a busser and runner, whatever.
That's
$5 an
illegal.
hour. I know, but like I was desperate for a job, so
Okay.
like I was just like, give me anything, and anything was better than Forever 21. Forever 21 was fucking miserable.
Uh-huh.
It was awful. So I took the job, and I would leave with like $1 to $2 tips for the whole night. Like the waiters would give me like. My brother would give me $1. And then another person would there'll be like 4 to 5 waiters in there, and only 2 waiters will give me like $1 and $2, and I'd walk away with I'd work probably 4-hour shift, 5 to 15, 20, $22, $23 like a day.
Wow.
It was really bad. And I worked till the last day of the restaurant. The restaurant was doing fucking awful for many reasons. It was just run very poorly.
Bad busboy.
Bad busboy. Bad waiters. Bad. The food wasn't that bad, actually, which is
Yeah.
crazy. The food wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. But just the entire restaurant
And
was
didn't the
run.
woman like never pay you also?
$300. You know how much, like, how many hours that is?
That's a
$300.
lot.
That's a lot of hours. $300 she owed me, and she never paid me it. And then me and my brother found out because they opened up a new restaurant. You have the balls to open up a new restaurant when you haven't paid all your employees. You have a debt you have to pay before you fucking. So they opened another restaurant, and it was like this Greek restaurant. I was like, they went from Mexican to Greek, and like, it was just funny.
Just going all over town, opening up different
Yeah.
scam
And
restaurants.
we walked in, and they looked up, and as soon as they looked up, they're like, "Oh shit, here comes trouble." They're here for the $300 that we owed.
Uh-huh.
We walk up, and the guy goes, We'll pay it. He like does it like a shoe. We'll get it for you guys. And we're like, when? He's like, just give us time. And then we left, and we like tried calling back, and they just never answered. And we ended up going there like a couple months later and closed down.
Oh my gosh.
Closed down.
So she still owes you money?
$300. Yeah.
Do you want to send her an invoice?
Yeah. Call her out. What was her name?
Nora. Nora, you fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
It was just, I was like not the best, but I was really nice to her. I respected her. I followed I did everything that she asked, and I always went above and beyond. Even though I dropped everybody's
She straight up
dishes.
scammed you.
She did.
She probably like hops around town to town.
Yeah, and like she knew she wasn't going to pay me that from the start. Like she knew she wasn't going to pay me like the money that because they were closing down because they probably couldn't afford it anymore. So in her head was like, I'm not paying like any of these.
And
guys
you're like a
back then.
16-year-old kid. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Have you heard of this Anna Delvey scandal?
No.
It like happened like 2 years ago.
I just heard about it last night, so I'm not in the loop.
You don't know about it?
No,
Well,
is this
I've been reading the book or I've been listening to it on Audible, and it's about this girl who it's like Catch Me If You Can meets Sex in the City, and it was this girl who lived in New York City. She was like 25 and convinced her entire social circle that she was this Russian heiress billionaire.
Yes.
And she
I've seen
fooled the hotel into like letting her stay there for like weeks or months on end, and ended up like tricking one of her friends to taking her to Morocco and stole all this money from her. And the entire time was like, don't worry, I got you. Just my credit cards are not going through and the international bank transfers are just not going through, but I got you.
Yeah.
And just conned her friend out of $60,000. And then as well, all these other restaurants, clubs, hotels she was staying at, $300,000, and is now in jail.
$300,000. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give her. I mean, not like you got to give it up for her, but like that's crazy that you're able to scam $300,000 through all that.
Yeah.
And get away with
I feel
it.
like we could all do that.
You think so?
We could easily scam at 300. Go to Saddle Ranch. Yeah, Jeff, we got it, bud. We'll pay tomorrow. Or like just check the.
That's true. Yeah,
You go to Saddle. You go to a couple different places. Book the Cabo trip, Todd. Put it on your credit card. We'll pay you back.
That's true.
Do you think you could ever date an actress?
Sure.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like concerned that you can never tell if they're actually being who they are pretending to be?
No, I feel like I would know them so well where you would know when they're pulling their
But you wouldn't have
acting
that
out.
like that little thing in the back of your head, like, is this an act?
Have you ever dated anyone, Mike?
Yeah, I mean that's like I definitely wouldn't think of it like that.
No, I kind of can see what you mean. Like, I bet they could really get into you and make you feel bad about something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they have,
They could tug at your emotional heartstrings very well.
Yeah, but I'm a good liar, so you know what I mean.
oh, so you
If
feel
you're
like you have the same arsenal of weaponry that.
I just want to picture like Zane dating Jessica Chastain and her just getting mad at you about something.
Just us walking into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Is Jessica Chastain your celebrity crush?
No. She's just a
I have like
a favorite, one of my favorite
acting
actresses.
crushes. Like,
Yeah.
I have a crush on her
Because
craft.
she went
Yeah.
to Juilliard?
Yes.
Like Elizabeth Moss, she's not my type at all, but there's something about her, the way she acts is like makes you like pull in.
It's so, she's so like sincere, and she's not like the most beautiful person
She's just
in the world.
not my
She's-
type at all, but
she's
I don't
just
know.
raw and candid.
Yeah.
And like, we were talking about this the other night. I asked you this question. I thought it was funny. What was your science project when you were a kid?
What was my science project as a kid? It was just literally, it was like pennies, and I put a penny in water, penny in vinegar, a penny in soda, and a penny in like Sprite. And then you just watch the pennies, and then you just jot it down. I put it on a giant board. It was the boringest science fair project.
Was the name of it like, does it make any sense?
It was so lazy, and you could tell that I put no thought into like my project. I just did not want to do it because I don't like homework. I don't like science. So I was just.
And
I
did
just
you-
picked the easiest thing that I could possibly.
And you
do.
had to have like the science fair where everyone walked around.
Yeah,
to your,
mine was up there. It was pretty embarrassing. People just walking by, not even turning their head in line. And you just stood by your project just like.
Yeah, it was just like you were on Shark
Like
Tank
you're at
or
a
something.
convention.
Yeah.
I mean, we all lied on our science
Yeah,
projects. I feel like.
and thank God kids are not in charge of science.
You got to hear the one where I lied about my final one. I was supposed to make like veggie. This is awful. We were supposed to make like vegetarian foods.
Okay, so just growing vegetables.
No. I had to make vegetarian food. Like just make vegetarian
okay.
And I don't think this was a science project. This was just my final project that I had to do. And me and I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm not a fucking chef. I don't know what to do. And it was, this teacher is so strict. So me and my friend went to the store. We bought like a bunch of Morning Star patties. We heated them up, mushed it all together, put a bunch of spices in it, and just made it just taste like not from the store. And just made little balls and just refried it. And then we brought it in a Tupperware. But it was made just disgustingly. It was just definitely not approved by the FDA. Like it was just not approved. And I remember the teacher just the look she gave to us, we could not, we were trying so hard not to burst out laughing because the face she gave us was that like, this tastes a little familiar, but it's like, but I'm not sure because we just put pounds of just everything just to like just to take away from the Morning Star taste.
The flavor.
Yeah, and it was just like the funniest thing. And I got 95 on it.
Did you have to explain how you made it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So you can get away.
Absolutely not.
So wait, but you got a 95?
Yeah.
Was it written in like those grade books? Remember like teachers back like in the day before it used to be all on computers, teachers would have that big spiral grade book
with the really, really thin lines.
Really, really thin lines, and they would write out all the tiny like your grades, all the students' grades. Oh.
He went to like Jewish schools. He probably didn't have that shit.
How did they keep track of your grades?
I think they just wrote it like there was 9 kids in the class, so they just probably memorized it. Like, okay, Josh has an A, Danielle has a B, Mike's got a B.
Oh.
Like it's 9 kids in the whole class. I don't know about this spiral notebooks.
The teacher would call the students up, and like she would have paper like covering all the other grades, and then only show the grade, and then and then bring up the next student.
You had to go up like one by one. And you had to maintain this like complete poker face going up because you didn't want to like show that like you did really well. And you also didn't want to convey that you're doing really bad. But kids would have to go up one by one, and the teacher would just like hide the other children's grades.
And so you would just look like this and just go, and then go to your seat, and then just sit there and not even. And like kids will be like, "What'd you get?" And he's like, my lips are sealed. I can't.
Oh, what? That's like a little Hunger Games challenge for like a 6.
This wasn't for tests though. This was only specifically for like certain things that we did, right? It wasn't all the time.
I think it was to check in how you're doing.
How you're doing.
Yeah,
throughout the year.
It was like your average.
Yeah.
As it was getting closer to the end,
to the
and making
report
sure
cards.
that you really need to be working hard if you want to pass.
Yeah. So at that moment is when you would probably go see the teacher after and be like, "Hey, is there any extra credit I can do, or just something where I can bring that grade up?" So it wasn't test grades; it was just grades in general for the whole class.
Did you ever get detention and stuff?
All the time.
Oh, you were a bad kid?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What'd you do?
I talked a lot
in class.
I'd always chat. I'd always like make jokes, like talk to everybody around me. And, and my voice is loud. So
is it?
So teachers were never happy.
But
about
like at
that,
our school, there
detention.
was like the after school detentions, there was like morning detentions, and then there were like all day detentions, which were called like DMC. And
in school suspension, we'd call it like in school suspension. Basically.
And then did you guys have like an alternative school called like AEP, where if you get like suspended for weeks on end, you have to go to another school and wear like uniforms.
That's okay. That's if you're doing really bad shit. Like this is like when you're fucking like doing drugs at school, fucking other kids in the bathrooms. Yeah,
that's
like,
when you go to AEP.
That's like really that like at that point it's just like you just can't be in the school. Like you just can't be at like in any school when you're doing shit like that. For ours, it was in school suspension, and there was no after school detention for me. I don't think. I think it was detention was during.
In the morning?
Actually, no. There was after school detention
that seems like the most standard detention is after school. You have to stay and you can't go and.
Yeah.
And you got detention all the time.
I had detention all the time, and then there was a couple times where I had in school suspension where I had to be there for like 3 days straight.
Be where?
Ooh.
In
like
detention?
In a certain room. So it'd be me and like 20 other kids all have to there's this page that it's like, I don't know what the
You're
page
just doing
said.
like book work.
No, it wasn't like book work.
It was like, I promise never to mess up again. And
it was
I
that.
know the consequences
and we had to
of my action.
Write it over and over and over again. It felt like it didn't feel real. Like it was a very. Why don't we just do work that we need to get done?
So I think missing your classes.
Yeah, the whole
falling
punishment
further behind.
Exactly. The whole punishment is that you can't do any of your classwork.
But that pushes you further behind and makes you less likely to want to participate.
I know. It was like this weird form of punishment.
But it's like, how school board. But how do change?
So how do you punish kids who just won't shut the fuck up like me? Because all you're doing is you're disrupting everybody's learning.
And do they
so what do you do to punish them? What, you just send them to another room and then they get to do the work? Like it's that's almost like a reward.
I'm sure there are studies in like at this point in schooling for the way that we have it. There's probably like some Swedish study that says like, oh, you know, if you let the kid dance in front of the class for 5 minutes, that like lets the energy out, and then they'll go and sit down and be quieter. You know,
I know,
I'm
but that's
sure that,
All right, let's let 4 kids get up and dance to the class.
Yeah. No, and I feel like there are places like that, but I just feel like now you're just taking up everybody's time.
Do they have detentions now over Zoom? Like,
no, dude, people are bad over Zoom. I think you just
yeah.
get kicked out of the class. You get kicked out for the day, so you just probably get a 0 for everything that's being discussed.
That sounds like a reward.
No, well, you get a 0.
You get a 0.
Oh.
And you're probably paying for the, like, are you talking about college or are you talking about like high school?
I'm talking
High
about
school Zoom classes?
any of it.
Because you're definitely not bad in college. Who's bad in college? Like who's disrupting
no
a
one's
class
disruptive
in college?
in college.
No.
You either don't go or you go and learn.
Right.
Yeah.
High school, because you have to be there. That's when
true.
you decide to.
Yeah, I think you just get kicked out of class and get a 0 for the day, and then at some point, I think you might just get removed from the whole course.
Yeah,
in
that's
general.
got to be what it is.
What was your score in the SAT?
I don't fucking know.
You don't
It was
remember?
I always got a much higher grade in math than reading.
Really?
Math, I was fucking superb. I'd get over 80. Like, if there was a percentage, I would
top
get over
80%.
the top 80%.
In math?
Wow.
Or like I would get over 80%. Sorry,
Whoa.
not top 80%.
You were
over
like in the
80%.
top 20 percentile.
Yeah, for math.
Isn't that how they
For a guy who's
calculate
good
it?
at math, that was really difficult to explain.
But that was a long time ago. I don't remember. But the reading one was so bad. Like, I don't know why it was so hard for me. Like, I don't know why I couldn't read 2 columns and answer the questions for the fucking what I just read. It just, and what I would do is I would read the question and I would look for it, but I wouldn't be able to find the answer in the thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to answer it. And like the time limit, they give you like 15 seconds per question the way they time it. It's
Yeah.
like you have to be really fucking quick.
Yeah.
And timed writings are the worst too.
Oh,
And especially also when it's like creative, because you think you get this brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And you're writing it out and you realize there's only 15 minutes left and you haven't even got to the
Yeah.
damn plot.
You could not give me a piece of paper right now and have me write an essay about anything. It's like there's no fucking way I'd be able to get it done. Like just to start it and just I just wouldn't be able to do it. My brain is so fried.
like
just
to just talk about the political climate before World War
the
II.
political climate. I can't even describe like what bread is on a piece of paper. I couldn't fucking explain anything.
Oh man.
It's really bad. I'm like, and that like we're all good at some things. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm very good at certain things, and I'm very bad at most things.
You got to double down on what you're good at and just
Yeah,
not
exactly.
give a fuck at what you're bad
That's
at.
why.
on
That's why
that.
school is so hard to just like wrap your head around, because you're taking all these fucking courses for things that don't matter in your life. Like why don't I know how to do taxes yet?
But I think it.
You know what I mean?
That's a very important
It's like there
point.
needs to be a whole fucking course in school on how to do your taxes, how to pay your bills, how to do just everybody needs, unless you're homeless, everybody needs to do that.
It used to be called civics classes. They used to have it in like the 70s. It was like how to be
Yeah.
a citizen. And
Yes.
then I don't know when it changed, but they stopped doing that stuff. But you're right.
I
Yeah.
feel like
They
they
have
teach
that in
it-
college.
But don't they teach that like in home economics?
Yeah, but who has home economics? I didn't even have that class.
Yeah.
Well, it
It's
was
an
like
elective.
it was an optional elective.
Right,
That's
right.
the one where you had like the baby and you cooked.
But like
and-
learning physics as
Right.
as a 15-year-old, oh yeah, you know the square root of the diameter of the force of
Why?
mass times like what? No, yeah, I totally agree.
All the important things were optional electives.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's your apocalyptic plan?
Probably what I did for my video when we went to Target, and then
Oh, well, that's like for an earthquake, like
earthquake,
that
okay.
making like an earthquake emergency.
I don't have
kit.
no apocalyptic plan. Honestly, like I always imagine it. I always imagine it in my head, like it just happens.
What do you imagine?
What would I do?
What is the apocalypse as you imagine it?
Like right now, I don't have any shoes. Like I think about like really weird shit like that. I'm like, I don't have my fucking shoes on. I'd probably go run, grab sock, grab my shoes, grab my phone, grab my wallet, and just run out of the house. Hold on, you said apocalyptic.
But like,
not-
what is the
Well,
apocalypse?
what is the apocalypse?
What is
Is it zombies? Is it locusts?
This is the exciting thing. I think it's fun to figure it out on the go. So we'd probably all meet up, because that's probably what we'd do, because we don't want to all be separated during all this fucking chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd probably all meet up, be like, guys, this is going down. What the fuck are we gonna do? Heath will probably come up with some really good ideas because Heath is like, I just feel like he's so good at
He's
coming
always
up with
prepared
he
for the
has.
end.
Yeah.
He has the tools
exactly
and the weaponry.
Exactly.
to-
So like, I think as long as we have Heath and then we have all the boys and the girls are really good at probably like, certain things
Keeping
too.
people calm.
So
Well, the girls have their own role.
Yeah, so
and the
we all-
guys have their
Well,
other
because we'd
role.
all just be screaming, and like Carly would be like, "Okay, guys, hold on, everyone, just calm down. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Target,
Yes.
and because we're not gonna use our credit cards.
we are not going to Target.
Why
It's going to
not?
be completely packed. You got to
Oh,
think about
true,
this.
yeah.
But we, I think, all have enough supplies
Between
among
our
our
hou-
house
yeah.
to like ration
Yeah.
it together.
And I feel like a lot of us don't eat a lot either. So I feel like food wouldn't be so important. I think more importantly, we need like tents
yeah.
to
Well, we
sleep.
have houses, but like, what is the apocalypse, right? Like, is it zombies? Is it
All of our houses are destroyed and there's a fire in every house and zombies.
My biggest fear is zombies.
That's
like
not
that.
but that's not even a real
That's
possibility.
so like
How,
unrealistic. though.
does a disease like rabies exist and is possible? And you can't tell me that some type of rabid virus like could take over a human.
we'll turn people into zombies.
Yeah,
That- but
Like,
that's not
But
so
rabies,
scary.
rabies doesn't have a
like-
history of like making animals come from the dead or something. Like,
But he's saying if you extrapolate what rabies does to a person now, and you just take it like 3, 4, 5 steps further, it's basically a zombie.
what do rabies actually like specifically do?
It
Well-
makes the person rabid, and they foam at the mouth, and they're erratic in
They
their
go crazy.
behavior. And yeah, they attack humans. I'm not talking about the living dead.
Right.
I'm talking about like some just crazy virus
Like
that
they
makes
get
people
bit.
zombie-like.
Oh,
Like
got it.
Dawn of the
Okay.
Dead like.
Or like
Got it.
28 days later, like you get bit, and then like you try and hide the wound from like your family, and then an hour or two later you start like twitching out, and then
Yeah.
you like
No way.
Yeah.
No way. I'm out. And I heard one of the best things you need during a zombie apocalypse is a horse. Because cars, like there's going to be traffic
Breakdown.
everywhere. Yeah, gas
But-
is going to
but
become a
horses,
scarce.
horses get tired too.
Horses
Yeah, but they've been bred for
they're-
thousands of
and they're
years.
frightened of zombies.
You know this? Have you?
No, but they
have
would
you had an
be, they
interview
would be
with a
scared
horse?
of just some person like running after them.
Do you know where the closest horse farm is that we can run to if we needed to?
Yes, there's one over there right near the Hollywood Hills where you can go and take the horseback trail.
Okay, so you know where we're
Ooh,
going.
Okay. Oh,
We were talking about this the other day. Things have been arriving in the mail that we didn't order.
all the time.
That happened for you?
Yeah, it happens all the time. Like I get probably 2 packages a month where I didn't order it.
Is there a return
It-
address, or it's like
there's-
from a company?
It's from a company or something. But I've never sent this company my
I
address.
got one of those, starlight things. Like you see them on TikTok that you have in your room and it projects like a whole
Yeah.
a constellation
That's
on your
so sick.
ceiling.
And nobody-
which is cool. And
nobody
I
you
was kind
know-
of interested in getting one, but then I was like, I feel like every teenager has these. They're not that cool. But one came in the mail.
And nobody sent you
No,
that.
I
But
asked
you-
my brother. I thought maybe my brother got it and he accidentally sent it to my house. I
But
thought
guys, don't you
Patricia
get-
got it for me? She didn't send it to me. I don't know who did. So
Haven't you
and
guys been
that's-
getting companies sending you stuff for like years?
Yes, but they at least like tell you, like,
Yeah,
hey,
they DM you or
hope you love
something.
our product and stuff.
And
This-
they ask for your address too. Like you have to. No, they don't have your address on file. Like they need your
Yeah.
address in order to send
I
you
don't know,
stuff.
but there are some like listservs out there that I think all of our addresses are in a database.
But
So-
like, if this company is doing it and hoping for you to post about it, that's not the way to do it. Because if the brand hit you up and like, hey, did you receive your item? You'd be more inclined to post about it.
Right.
But the fact that the brand didn't like reach out to you or anything,
It's like a
why would
mystery box,
Why,
like,
it's
what-
a mystery. Why would you post it? So like, if that's not a very smart
there was
PR
just no
tactic.
message in it. Maybe
Yeah.
though I would like post me using it and people would be like, oh, what is that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just rather kittens arrive on my doorstep than
Yeah.
Don't
sure.
say
I
that.
know.
Do
no,
not
do
say
not
Please don't
bring
do that.
kittens. No,
Don't
no,
do
no, no.
that. Or at least bring Taco Bell with it too. Like the cat, Taco Bell is in there. Then
Yeah, there you go.
Crunchwrap.
So if the zombie apocalypse
No,
happens,
I think we're past that. No,
we're meeting up and we're relying on Heath.
No, we were way past
I think
that.
we're way past that. We were talking about something else.
I forgot.
Okay, and we're back. I don't know what the last thing you guys were heard was, but camera turned off, so we're just
Huh,
gonna
what
jump.
were we talking about?
I don't know. They're gonna know. We're not gonna know. Wow, we really are stupid.
What were we talking
I
about?
have
We're
no
gonna look
idea.
like idiots
I have
because it's
no
gonna go
idea.
from whatever we
I
were
thought
talking
we were
about.
talking about the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but there was something we had a specific.
Guys, we just took like a 15-minute break because these guys don't know how to run a podcast.
You know
and
what? It's our second time. We had a lot of technical difficulties with Unfiltered.
In the beginning.
This is
how
the
long is this?
beginning.
No, it's not. You
For
guys have been
video.
running for months.
For
No,
video.
this is our second video.
It's like a YouTube video. It's not
It's
hard.
Matt's second YouTube video.
That's true. That's true. You gotta give him that.
Okay, well,
Zane, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a hoot and a half.
Yes, it has.
did you have a good time?
I think I did.
How do you think this went?
I think it went smoothly. I hope we have enough.
We definitely do.
I think, yeah, we do.
Okay, good. As long as you guys think we do, then I'm good.
I mean, if you want to come back for more content, we'd love to have you
that's
anytime.
fine. I'm right down the hall. So whenever you guys need me, I'm here in a jiff.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
No, there's nothing to plug right now. I have nothing to plug.
Well, this is not going to be out for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
Unfiltered should be up by
2
then.
weeks?
Yeah.
Nope, nothing to plug. Nothing to plug. We have a podcast, Zane Heath Unfiltered.
All right, that's
obviously.
enough. Thank you guys so much for coming, Zane. I love you, buddy.
Thanks, Zane.
You're the best.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.